What's up, little miss me? Like my screen, or lens, I should say. Everybody's having a good Tuesday. Damn Tuesday. Bear T6. What up? Bojo Quid. Justin. Southeast Collect. What up? Kendall. What's up? Good to see you, Bear. Good to see you. I feel like it's been years, man. How's the wife and kids? Man, I can't complain, man. Can't complain. Trying my hand at this whatnot thing again. Trying to be more consistent. But no complaints, man. No complaints. How's everybody else, man? Everybody else good? Everybody else chilling? Stop glitching. What? What's up? Doodles here. 214. Nice Thursday here. Anybody getting good pickups yesterday? Comic book pickups yesterday? Just got like Alex Ross's X-Men covers, Jim Lee homage covers. I picked that up. Picked up he did an Avengers cover too. I think that's I'm pretty sure it's connecting. I don't know if it's the first part or the second part, but either way I picked it up too. I almost picked up the most recent issue of Something's Killing the Children, but I don't know if I'm falling off of it. I think I'm more so just gonna go with trades at this point. Single issues, she starts to accumulate. You know what I mean? But after I think the last issue I picked up physically was like issue maybe 30, 31. I don't know if it's spinning its wheels. I feel like Something's Killing the Children. It's a good book with good art. But I feel like some of it can be told in a shorter amount of issues. So I'm not saying that Tiny and Tinian is writing for trades. Just sometimes when I'm reading it, I'm like, man, that 23 pages, there's a lot that didn't happen, but the artwork is good though. Or the Dodra, if I'm saying it right. I hope I'm saying it correctly, but that guy is brilliant. But yeah, man. What's up to anybody? Pop it in and say what's up. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you kindly. Let me see. I'm gonna try to finish this. Which I'm pretty close to, but I think I gotta work on the eyes. Just gonna work on the eyes. everybody on YouTube that is catching the stream. Appreciate you just popping in, hanging out. OCM, what's up? Odd, odd concept media, what's up? Thank you, I appreciate it very much. Hope you're having a good day, man. Trucks go roar. Uh, man, uh, I'll be honest, man. I didn't even. Sorry, I gotta stop doing that. I'll be honest. I didn't start out with the intention of trying to be photorealistic, so to speak. And in all sincerity, I mean, to say that it looks photorealistic, thank you, is a compliment. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just seems like I was just in a quest to draw, try to draw accurately, and then a byproduct of it was some of the pieces inadvertently looking uh, photorealistic, so to speak. But yeah, if it helps at all, I am 49, so I've been working on this for about 41 years. I still don't have everything, but definitely, definitely working on it. Appreciate that. Should have did a three, but oh well. Oh well. What do you generally like to draw, or when you do draw, what do you like to draw? Gotcha. Yeah. Like between like superhero characters or like movie or TV characters, so to speak, or okay, that's dope. That's dope. Hey man, that stuff like that is ideal for here. I don't know if you ever stream on here, but um, that's a skill that I don't have. But there seems to be um a request for like mashup of characters. So I don't know, man. If you ever decide to, if you have or decide to, you may find some success on whatnot. Because like I always run into when I'm watching other streams. I usually run into somebody wanting like a Venom mashed up with I don't know, a character or a venomized character or whatever it is. But yeah, I've never, I'm not good at that. To be fair, I haven't practiced, um, so that would be the reason. But yeah, I've seen some pretty dope mashups. Pretty good mashups. Marble cards. Yeah, in the Marble card section. Huh. There's a Marble card section on whatnot on let me see. Oh man, you follow. There we go. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Marble card section. I did not know that. Horrible Johnny Carson impersonation. Um, okay, that's pretty dope, man. Or that's pretty dope. I Funny you mentioned the cards. I was looking for my blank sketch cards, and I have no idea where I put them. I was gonna do cards, but anyway. Marvel cards section, streaming, doing sketch cards. Just that's cool. I didn't even realize that they like had an option for that. I thought all. I guess it makes sense though. I guess it would be so. This would be comic art. So then, if I were to do like subjects, it would be trading cards, and then the sub subject would be art, trading card art. I guess right, something to that effect. That's dope, man. That's dope. Was not aware of that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. How long have you been doing it for? Training, doing trading cards. Damn. Hey man, thanks for the tip, man. I appreciate that. I mean, I don't. I mean, that's smart. It's pretty smart. I hadn't explored. Um, but again, then again, I mean, I stick to comic books, so I don't know. But that's pretty smart. I'll check. I followed you, so I'm gonna check you out for sure. One of these days when you're streaming, whenever you when you're on, I'll definitely pop in and see what's up. Sometimes these markers look darker than they are. Well, hey man, definitely a market for it. There's definitely a market for it. Independent is definitely the way to go. Uh, it's definitely more of a grind, but the payoff, payoff is there. I've tried, not recently. Damn, I'm gonna sound like the people that tell me that they need to draw. I need to read a couple of books to do better, to write better. It's the side passions that are the best, man. It's the side passions that are the best. Um, I feel like jobs are what we have to do, but we put that passion, same passion that we put toward other people's jobs. You know what I mean? If we could put it towards ourselves. Four is awfully straight. You put out some comics, or you put out an issue? Any issues? Look, four is too straight. Damn, why did I do it like that? Damn, Corey. That's dope. What was the last con that you were attended? I've only done local cons here. I'm in Buffalo. I haven't done any major ones, so to speak. Nice. Trying if you can get the local buzz. Seems like local buzz is, well, I don't know. In this day and age with social media, it seems to be a 50-50 shot of getting local buzz or getting buzz abroad. But oh, dope, man. I'm in. I think I just said it, but if I didn't, I think I just said it. But yeah, I'm in Buffalo. So we're not too far away there. But yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, whatever. Make it work. In the words of Tim Gunn, make it work, designers. Project Runway for anybody who's playing along at home. I have to invest in only for blending's sake, but I need to invest in a Copic fine liner. What I wanted. But your music is not what I wanted. I wanted something a little bit more upbeat. This is a little bit too lo-fi. Oh, I know. Copy. Let me see. Got Dilla. All right, better. Better. That'll do it. That'll bring them in. Gotta stop doing that. Sorry about that, man. Okay. Greetings, good afternoon, good morning. Sure. Whoever's hanging out, man, appreciate you. YouTube or whatnot. Appreciate you. What up, X? What's going on? Jay Tamimi, what up? Yo, Salty, what's up? 4 seconds ago, there was nobody in here. The Bronx Poet, BX. BX in the building. BX in the building. Appreciate you, man. Getting ready for that, day, man? Or are you chilling? Chilling. Dog drill, what up? What up, what up, what up? Oh, got you. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to get on later on in the evening, but I feel like I have something to do. So, I don't know. I just wanted to try to get on, see if I can make a little change. Hey, get on this goddamn pole. Yeah, I'm just chilling though, man. Chilling. It's abruptly dark. abruptly dark. I just mean that it's just, I don't know, the transition from dark to light is just abrupt right there. So I don't know. I feel like it should be a better transition. Just thinking out loud. There we go. Reza Ramon. Rafael Perez. What's up? Thank you all for stopping in, hanging out on this Thursday. If you went to the comic book store, drop your pickups in the chat. I hope everybody is good on this Thursday. Day away from the weekend. Got some family in town. So I'll be with them later on. I think that's why I was pretty sure I wouldn't be able to get on later on tonight. So I wanted to give my adoring fans a little something. A little daytime love. A little daytime quickie. A little daytime quickie. Relationships. Ups and downs, man. Ups and downs. Ups and downs. Ups and downs. Matinks, am I gonna leave it? Dear. Let me see here. That's cool. DX Counter. And if he would have been, I mean, I'm not really the biggest. Fantastic Four is not my peanut butter and jam, so to speak. I'm not gonna lie. So I technically don't know who or who wouldn't make a good Reed Richards. I will say that John Krasinski, Jim, looked dope though. I mean, he definitely looked dope as Reed Richards. I mean, he looked better than. Actually, you know what? I mean, that's the movie's direction. That's the problem. What is it? Ian Gruffalo, I think. Jim Halpert, Jimothy, Jimothy. but Ian Grofold, I think is his name, from the Fantastic Four movies, he's 1 and 2. He looked like him. You know what I mean? Like he definitely looked like him. Uh, and maybe with a better script, it would have worked out better. But nonetheless, I will say Halpert definitely played the part pretty well. Yeah, man, it's cool. It's cool. It's like a nice little teaser that Marvel just took away from us. Like you like this, huh? You like seeing Jim as Mr. Fantastic. I guess what? Dead. Now what? It's like thanks, Marvel. I guess, right? I get thanks. Sons of bitches. Ooh, dog, what up? Necrome, Ultron, what up? Appreciate you passing through. Although I don't think he did. And if he did, I missed it. I don't think Jim had the signature Richards gray sideburns, right? I don't think he did. If he did, I missed it. I feel like he didn't. I'm looking at the picture and I don't see them. Not that it would have made a difference. It's just a little detail I noticed. But I liked it though. It's so hard to portray stretchy body parts on film. It's so hard. Oh, you know what? Damn, I forgot all about Van Forstick. Um, uh, Tyler, I think is his name. I forget his the guy that played him in that one. You know, man, I tell you. Okay, so Chronicle, right? Is that the name? I believe that's the name of Chronicle, the one that Josh Trank directed. That was like set like with Michael B. Jordan, right? Oh, bro, that was really dope. So when I heard that he was doing Fantastic Four, I was pretty happy. And then you see the final product, and then you read or hear about the fact that the studio started to interfere. So the first half of the movie is all or mostly Josh Trank, and then the second half is like studio, and it is so evident. But nonetheless, the guy that played Reed Richards in that one, it was uh, there was. I'm telling you, in the beginning, there was it had hope in the beginning. The first half, right after they got their powers, is when, uh, yeah, yeah, right after they got their powers. That's when I feel like the studio was like, okay, thanks, Josh, we've got it. No, thank you, we've got it. Thanks, appreciate you. Um, Dude, I was watching. I'm jumping all over the place, but it is related some way or another. But I was watching some Edgar Wright movies. The end. This is the end. This is the end. I think it is. I think this is the end. I think that's the name of the movie. Freaking brilliant. Hot Fuzz, brilliant. Shaun of the Dead, brilliant. And after watching those, you realize, oh yeah, Baby Driver. Ugh. Baby Driver was great. That was a great movie, especially how he was able to set the action to the music. That was dope. I think the gunfire he was setting to the music. But you realize the thing that's missing from Ant-Man 2 and 3 is definitely Edgar Wright. Like like eh, definitely Edgar Wright. Like watching it, when you watch the first one, you see there's a lot of imagination in it. You can see that there's imagination in that. Second one, um, with a different director, but Peyton Reed, I think it is. You could see that there was some imagination there, but you could tell that there was something missing. But fast forward to me, like I said, just rewatching or watching This Is the End for the first time, and then Shaun of the Dead, and then Hot Fuzz. It became evident, like, oh, this is what Ant-Man 2 and 3 was missing. The imagination. I mean, three, there is no, and it's not even a knock to the, like they're watching my stream, but it's not even a knock to the artist, the CGI artist. But there's not there's no imagination at all, like with the dialogue, with the action. Um, like if anything, it is evident that that is copy and paste, like big time copy paste, like cut paste, copy paste, however you word it. Um, not at all. It was dark. First one was nice and bright. And this one, I don't care if the subject matter was supposed to be kind of dark, so they were trying to match the tone. It was tough to. It was very. It wasn't for me. It definitely wasn't for me. Maybe and it was kind of gross. I don't know why it was gross to me. I don't know why it was gross to me. But the scene in the third one when Ant-Man was just crawling all over himself, and I know it was supposed to represent like how ants do that. But it's just weird. I don't know. Anyway, the imagination just was not there at all. Ugh, 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 ugh. Just pointless, pointless, so pointless to me. So pointless. So pointless. And that is Ant-Man 3 in a nutshell. Saw Flash. Here is my assessment of Flash. Okay. A couple things, two things. Probably be like a couple of, it's like be one and one A, one B, one A, one B and shit. But either way, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. So first off, if anyone's ever watched the Flash show, for as repetitive as the show is, and got to be, and I'll be honest, I think I stopped watching after season 4 or 5, maybe somewhere in there. As repetitive as it got to be, I feel like somewhere in there, in one of those episodes, they did the same story that's in the Flash movie in one way or another, story wise. Yeah, that's one. Two, the execution. For what they were trying to do, okay, I'm about to make an incredibly dumb analogy. Incredibly dumb analogy, but what is it? Pete Carroll is his name. When he didn't give Marshawn Lynch the ball, I believe that is it didn't work. Right? People got all upset. But if it would have worked, people would have called him a genius. Oh, that was pretty smart. You know what I mean? Because he figured that people were going to go for Marshawn. He was trying to yada, 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 right? So if it would have worked, people would have called him brilliant. Oh, that was a really smart play, yada, yada. But it didn't work, so people thought it was dumb. For Flash, the problem that not everybody, I think the problem that I had or have is ultimately the execution, because I can overlook an okay script because I'm not a writer. I don't necessarily know exactly what to look for writing wise. I feel like I have a good sense of good and bad writing. I'll say the writing for the Flash movie was good enough. It was good enough. But the challenge or problem is that it was just poorly executed. Just poorly executed. Like there was some stuff that was good, but I, I, I don't know, man. You at a certain point, you just gotta bite the bullet and like reroute. Like you gotta figure something else out. Like you in favor in favor of instead of getting Christopher Reeve and Helen Slater and Nicolas Cage, why not stick to people that are like alive? That way you don't have to do this janky ass CGI. Like I feel like no matter how much time the studio would have had, it still would have looked janky for what they wanted it to do. So we want Christopher Reeve to come flying and land on a building. Alongside that, we want Helen Slater to land on it too. And then we want you to why you got your boy Grant Gustin. He's alive. You could have put him in there. People would have been like, oh snap, Grant Gustin. You could have put in anyway. If they just would have executed if the CGI would have been executed better, if they could have done a better job of integrating real with CGI, which I think a lot of movies are doing poor jobs of, but if they could do a better job of integrating it, I could have probably accepted a lot more of it. But the CGI was just annoyingly apparent, like even from the trailer, and like you try to withhold judgment from trailers because they can always come back and say, "Well, it's not done. It's just a trailer, and we still got it." It's like, all right, man. I'm not gonna comment. I won't. I'm not gonna insult. I'm not gonna insult it. I'll wait till the finished product, and you get the finished product. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you. I watched when I first watched it. It was on Fire Stick, so a little bootleg, old school bootleg. Somebody with the camera. So when I was watching the scene with um, in the beginning, the chase with Ben Affleck or whatever, in that suit, here's what I thought. I thought that it was I thought that that was unfinished CGI work. So I thought maybe somebody's like, "Hey, this is early cut, whatever. Batman suit's not done." And then I watched the actual movie, and you realize, oh no, that's the suit. And I'm talking about right now my Ben Affleck suit in the Flash movie. Um, it looked unfinished. Like the suit looks like someone was supposed to put some CGI over it, and they forgot. Like if you go back and look at that costume, the Batman costume or outfit for that one and the early one, the Affleck, it looks like the motion cap suits or whatever suits that they have to wear when they don't know like what they're gonna. So they tried to do what they wanted to do versus what they came out with. It was just really just too evident for me. Whether or not the studios rushed them, whether or not the CGI, um, and I can't blame the studios, man. I can't always blame the studios for poor CGI. Like I know there's a lot of artists not a lot. There are artists who speak out and say that they're rushed or how the contracts work or what have you. But I feel like these studios can say no. Like I feel like these CGI studios can say no. Like I know it's their livelihood. I know like this a whole bid thing, and I know I get it. I get it. But if you say no, if enough of these CGI studios say no, which by the way I read that the Marvel animators are when I say CGI I mean animators slash CGI, but I heard that they're unionizing. But when you collectively tell them no, that's not enough time or that's too much for what you're asking, after a while they get the hint. But if you say yes and you keep producing these trash as CGI, it's not going to help anything. Like I'll put something in perspective. Spider-Man 2. OG one with Tobey Maguire, Doc Ock. Um, they had already started working on the train sequence while they were filming the first movie. If not at the, if they didn't start filming it, if they didn't start working on it, that scene by the end of the first movie, during the first movie, they were working on it soon after that first movie came out. They started working on it before they even had a story. They had it all worked out because they knew that that scene was going to be complicated. Can you imagine if that Spider-Man 2 scene would have been rushed? Like if they just can you imagine if it would have been rushed? How less impactful would have been? People would have been more focused on the fact that it was just rubbery, poor CGI for that time. That train scene holds up. It holds up. It holds up. So if there's a, I guess there's a race to get movies out first or what have you, man. But if there's a way for them to, even if it's not 100% revert back to the old ways of like, okay, so for the Doc Ock scene, they had it all done up without even a story. They didn't even have a story yet, no story yet. But they knew that they wanted that scene in the movie, so they had to work it out. If they go into that with that mindset, having a general idea of what they want in the movie, so they can have enough time, that would alleviate a lot. But for them to continue, like some of it is just like I almost feel like these studios do the whole we couldn't decide till we figure like I think it's like it's almost like a humble bragging. You know what I mean? Like it's a corny way of humbly like we couldn't decide what costumes we wanted to get. It was just so hard, so we just had him fill the scene, and then we came back. It's like, dude, that's corny. You could have had him in the, like that's just corny to me, man. Like it's so unnecessary. It's so much unnecessary CGI nowadays. But nonetheless, man. Getting back to the Flash, the execution was really lacking. Um, uh, there's some scenes where there were some scenes that I didn't mind. Like even with for all the faults of that suit that Batman had in the beginning, the scene itself was really entertaining. The chase through it being in the daytime was kind of different for Batman. I guess they were having to accommodate the Flash. You know, obviously you're used to seeing Batman in the nighttime, so it's kind of interesting. Uh, but if I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who the director is. I'm not familiar with the person. I guess maybe they did what they had to do, and I know how studios are. I know how studio interference can be. Uh, for all the flack that uh, Joss Whedon gets for Justice League, I am quite certain that the studio's hands were all up in that bitch, all up in it, like all up in the way. Like you're trying to drive the car and they got the hands over your eyes. Like, yo, my man, can you move your hands? Like I'm quite sure the studio was all up in there. Because if you think about it, man, people can front if they want to, and I'm not talking about the dude's personal life, or whatever the accusation. I'm just talking about from a director's standpoint. Nobody had a problem with Joss. Firefly, people liked it. Avengers 1, people liked it. Avengers 2, people liked it. Had problems, but people liked it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, people liked it. So there's no reason to think that had he had ample time and he had it from the beginning, he would have been able to produce a much better Justice League movie. But you're giving somebody's work that's already done pretty much, if not done, 85% done, and then you ask them to come back and you ask somebody else to, somebody who likes to draw, that would be tough for me to go over somebody else's work and then put my spin. It's asking a lot. It's asking a lot. So I feel bad for the flack that he got. Again, I ain't talking about his personal life. Whatever he's done bad wise or whatever, his day will come. Karma comes back to people. So whatever. But again, getting back to Flash, I feel bad that didn't have time to fully execute things better. Hate the way he runs. Hate the way he runs so much. And the kid in the movie didn't do anything to help it. Like, I, I, anyway, that's my review of the Flash. Um, I don't have any thumbs. I don't have any stars. I just have a general assessment of the movie. That's what it is. Um, yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna call this one done. I think. Thanks for listening to my review, guys. Corey's movie review. If you missed it, it'll be on YouTube. Appreciate you all hanging out. Appreciate you all hanging out. I have I have hopes for Blue Beetle. I don't want to call them high hopes. I just call them hopes. I have hopes for Blue Beetle. The trailers that I've seen are pretty dope. We're pretty dope. I mean, you know what? Let's talk about comic book movie fatigue. Should put that in quotes. Comic book movie fatigue. I think that's a lot of bullshit. It's just bullshit. I hate that. I think it's a narrative that's been put out there by some haters. Um, I will say that the comic book movies tend to have story-wise somewhat of a repetitive nature. So if anything, maybe there is a bad superhero movie fatigue. But if you bring along the right one, nobody cares about it being a superhero movie. They just care because it's a good movie. I think once these studios get a little bit more confident and they stop, like the trusted directors, man, stop writing them. Stop writing them. But nonetheless, back to the subject in hand. I don't believe in the whole superhero movie fatigue. Just make good movies. Make good movies, man. Like the thing that frustrates me the most is that when these studios are making these movies off of established characters, Batman, Spider-Man, etc., whoever is already in the mainstream comics, there are already so many stories that have already been that have already been done that you could do. You could put a little bit of a twist on it, like if you have to. But like, I didn't even watch Secret Invasion. I'm not even gonna front. Uh, I, 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 I took the cliff notes. Okay, Emily Clark's okay. Samuel, okay. Don Cheadle was all right. Got you. But I didn't. I don't know, man. I feel like at one time Marvel had a vision, and I feel like now they're kind of just throwing anything to the wall to see what sticks. Like if you remember, man, Marvel had a clear vision. Everything uh, run Avengers Endgame, I believe it is. And after that, man, I don't know, man. The vision kind of disappeared. Kind of disappeared. You could tell just from watching the movies. You can just tell that it's not to. I don't know, man. It's not the same. I got to get back to basics somehow or another. I don't know who's to blame per se, but they got to get back to basics. not mean to pull that dark. Shit, man. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That is enough. That's enough. Pens down. Pencils down. Pencils down. Pencils down. Pencils down. Pencils down. Mr. Ross, pencils down. Pencils down. Okay, all right, pencil. Just let me, Mr. Ross. Pencils. All right, all right, all right. All right, that's it. That's it. All right. Okay, that's enough. X. X. Oh, you all good, man? All good. Was just ranting, doing my Rizant thing. Not ranting, but just chopping this up. Um, tool. All right. Um. Wheeze. Yeah, man. I gotta stop doing that. Uh, yeah, for sure. This weekend is gonna be a challenge, but I'll definitely be back on Monday for sure. I got family in, so I was gonna come on later on tonight, but I realized I had family. So I wanted to get on a little early, but I'll definitely be back on Monday. No worries at all, man. I appreciate the kindness for sure. Definitely appreciate you. 12, 12. All right, Corey. That's enough. Microns. See how smooth it is now? As soon as I put it on this paper, I'm going to get all sorts of trouble from this pen. Watch. See, look how nice it is. Okay, see, sweet. Look at that. No skipping or anything. But there's a lot of weight on that side. Left or right? Definitely cover to work on. Um, Renum. Um, Overall, Marvel's covers are pretty good. Um, um, Dynamites aren't bad. Um, Boom is Boom is hit or miss. Boom's covers tend the marker ink. It tends to float, if you will, on the surface as opposed to blend into the surface. Um, or not blend in, but for lack of a better term, blend in with the surface. Um, but yeah, I guess DC isn't. Let me see. Let me see what DC is. DC is decent. DC is decent as well. Decent as well. So, any the blank covers that were terrible? You know, this may sound corny, but I won't call any of them terrible. I feel like once you know what you're working with, like for these covers, once you know what you're working with, it makes it, you can mentally adjust, I guess you could say. So like, I don't have it because it's sold, but so not the all right. So for example, uh, uh, the Something's Killing Children, the black and white version, the black and white ink version, their blank cover. That comes directly from Boom, and that was pretty fine. But then there was one that was an exclusive. It was a Something's Killing Children blank exclusive, and that cover, the inks kind of floated on the cover, so to speak. So knowing that, I just kind of went in with that mentality, so to speak, not expecting the colors um, to blend. So like if I know the surface isn't going to allow the colors to blend really well, then I just kind of make a mental adjustment, so to speak. But uh, shiny covers, boom. The worst, I will say, is the worst one. There's a Amazing Spider-Man 850. For whatever reason, the blank cover is glossy. For whatever dumbass reason, it's glossy. And that is was uh, a nightmare. As a matter of like even with ink, it was like I didn't even finish it. Uh, like it's glossy. This is gloss. Ugh. Just trying to see like what I was trying to see what mediums work well on this. So I think like this is, besides this being ink, this is like pretty sure this is Copic marker, or excuse me, not Copic, Posca marker. I'm pretty sure. Um, I guess ultimately ink is the better surface or the better medium for this one. I'm sure you could paint as well. You could probably get away with oil paint. Probably get away with oil paint as I say it aloud. Which goes back to my point that if you know what you're gonna get. Anyway, man, I'm rambling on, but you get the idea, my friend. Yeah, I have a white Joker, a white Joker cover and a green one. Let me show you. Yes. What were you interested in, my friend? Oh, no problem. No problem. No problem. Let's see here. What do I have? Let me see. So, grayscale would be. So if you just like one, like a pencil slash ink, it would be 45. But if you wanted like a black and white grayscale, full color, all right. That would be 100. If you let me know which one you want to use, I'll definitely get it done for you. And if I mean, there's a lot of different Heath Ledger picks. So I can pick one, but if you want to pick one, the one thing I ask is that all right, bet. The one thing I ask is that if you do pick the picture, just to try to pick the clearest picture of Heath. Um, uh, um, the year of the villain. This one. No problem. Yeah, if there's a specific pick that you want to use, send me the pick. I mean, if you send me the pick, I can, and if it's not clear, I can try to find a clearer version of that particular pick. But yeah, if you want to message me the pick, that'll work. Okay, all right, no problem, man. I got you. I got you. I will pick the dopest one for you. I definitely appreciate you. Yeah, for sure. That's no problem. I'll hold this. I'll make sure that the option is up in my shop. I don't know, for whatever reason, whenever I get off, it takes the stuff out of the shop, but I'll make sure it's available in the shop. But yeah, I got you. I appreciate you. No problem. No problem. All right, people. I am going to hop off here. Appreciate you all hanging out, listening to me chop it up. If I can get on later on this week or weekend, I definitely will. Otherwise, I will see you guys when I see you. Peace and blessings, people.